President Muhammadu Buhari is in a tight corner over whom to endorse as the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC, 8 days to the national convention of the ruling party. Daily Trust reports. The delay by the president to give direction to governors, National Caretaker Committee of the party, aspirants and other stakeholders has raised tension in the ruling party. Various tendencies in the party, including the bloc of the governors, key presidential aspirants, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, among others, are working hard to produce the national chairman to give them upper hand ahead of the presidential primaries of the party. The party's national convention, slated for February 26 this year, is expected to produce a new crop of National Working Committee (NWC) to replace the Mai Mala Buni-led Caretaker Committee, which has been piloting the affairs of the party since June 2020, when the Adams Oshiomhole-led ESCO was ousted. A meeting of the president with the governors, which was postponed following Buhari's trip abroad, is expected to hold any time from tomorrow, Saturday, when he's expected back to the country. Buhari, who was to meet with the governors on Tuesday, departed for Brussels, Germany, for the 6th European Union-African Union Summit. It was reliably gathered at the presidency and the national headquarters of the APC that the president, on return from the foreign trip, will call a meeting of the Progressive Governors Forum, PGF, ahead of the convention. There were insinuations that the APC governors were initially divided over who to support, but some sources told the Daily Trust last night that they have finally agreed to present one candidate to Buhari from the North Central as a consensus candidate. One of the sources said the president, who is in receipt of the list of all the chairmanship aspirants, will inform the governors of his preferred aspirant. The source, a former governor close to the president, said the chairman would emerge through a consensus. The president will announce his preferred aspirants to the governors during the meeting. I was there as a serving governor when he signaled his choice of Adams Oshiomhole in 2018. It was gathered that the governors had carefully monitored the body language of the president, and the name they would present to him would most likely be the person he has in mind. Daily Trust had last month exclusively reported that the presidency and governors were looking at the direction of former governor of Nasarawa State, Tanko Al-Makura, Senator Abdullahi Abdamu, former deputy national chairman of the defunct Congress for Progressive Change (CPC), Saliu Mustafa, and former minister for Mines and Steel Development, Abubakar Bawa Buhari, for the national chairman position. The four aspirants are from the North Central, where the APC governors are said to have zoned the position. It is very unlikely for the president and the governors to take the chairmanship position to any other geopolitical zone, an insider told the Daily Trust. Remember what former Governor Kashim Shettima said on the plan of the APC to get someone strong and influential as the PDP national chairman. This is the real permutation now, and we have such a person among the contenders from the North Central, he said. Our correspondents report that other contenders for the chairmanship seat include former governor of Zamfara State, Abdulaziz Yari, former governor of Borno State, Senator Ali Modu Sheriff, former governor of Bauchi State, Issa Yunguda, and Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Senator George Akume, a former governor of Benue State, Senator Mohammed Sani Musa, APC Niger East, Sonny Munidafe, and Mohammed Saadu Etstu. However, it was reliably gathered that the pendulum is swinging towards Senator Abdullahi Adamu in the last few days, even though the names of Al-Makura, Malam Saliu Mustafa, Senator Sani Musa, George Akume, and Bawa Buhari were on the top list weeks ago. It was also gathered from two sources that Kebbi State Governor Atiku Bangudu is making a case for his chief of staff, Suleiman Angungu. When contacted last night, Angungu said he was not aware that the governor had nominated him for the position, but he has been told that his name is ringing a bell at the villa. The president, multiple sources said, is in a dilemma over who to endorse among the aspirants on ground. That if an unpopular aspirant is endorsed, it may cause the implosion of the party as aggrieved tendencies may rebel. Most importantly, all the contenders have a strong base very dear to the president and might not want to offend any of them for strategic reasons, a source said. A ranking senator said the president needs to pick an aspirant that would be acceptable to all tendencies and that with the capacity to mend cracks in the fence that would arise following his emergence. Daily Trust reports that the caretaker committee of the party has been having series of meetings with various stakeholders to resolve grey areas ahead of the convention. An official of the party told Daily Trust that chieftains of the party have also submitted their curriculum vitae (CVs) for consideration of the caretaker committee to play roles during the convention, which will ultimately make them more relevant thereafter. We have received CVs from people who want to be considered as members of the subcommittees for the convention. Our committee was constituted to plan and organize the convention, so there is no need for another convention committee. We'll only have subcommittee, he said, pleading not to be named. The source also corroborated that the party chairman will emerge through a consensus. Another statesman and chieftain of the APC, Chief Chekwas Okori, however, told our correspondent yesterday that the party was playing into the hands of the opposition. Okori, a former presidential candidate, said one would have expected that by now the offices would have been zoned and made public so that the aspirants would know whether they have been zoned in or zoned out before going to obtain their forms. So the arrangement is very shoddy. I'm thoroughly disappointed. One doesn't need to have experience in party administration to be able to know that there is a clear case of confusion at the highest level of the party administration, he said. Similarly, a chieftain of the party from the southwest, Chief Jackson Lekan Ojo, said President Buhari was in a fix over the issue of zoning and convention. He told Daily Trust in a telephone chat yesterday that the president was finding it difficult to decide on the convention. There are too many camps in the APC, and Buhari does not know where to dance to. Remember, he said it severally that he's not a good party administrator. He has a military background. He's not a good Democrat, and so whatever they tell him, he listens. Another chieftain of the party from the north, Barrister Abdullahi Jallo, also told Daily Trust that whether forms were sold to aspirants or not, the convention would hold. We have said that we are going to hold our convention on February 26th, so whether we have printed nomination forms and sold to aspirants or not, our convention will still hold on February 26th, he said. But a member of the National Executive Committee, NEC, confided to Daily Trust that the party will start working on the zoning of offices, after which a new schedule of activities for the convention will be released and sale of forms will commence.